any continuity, right? So therefore, let's look at the New Orleans Saints. How many Pro Bowl linebackers has Joe Vitt actually coached since 2006 being here with the Saints staff?
Maybe Vilma. I think maybe 1 year Vilma.
1 year for Vilma.
That's it.
So out of all of these years, he has nobody on that line going to the Pro Bowl. Now, if you look at Bill Johnson, look how long he's been here. Let's see.
He's been just as long. He's been here. He's been here a while.
Okay, so Bill Johnson started with the Saints since 2009. Okay, so he was here in the 2009 season. But after that, he's only had Cam Jordan as a lineman, right?
Yep.
To go to the Pro Bowl. So, this is like, I'm looking at his write-up here. A key member of the Saints defensive staff, Bill Johnson possesses a long history of developing the skills of top-notch defensive linemen throughout his coaching career. Really?
It hasn't worked in New Orleans.
I just don't see it, guys. I mean, if you look at how the linebackers were being pushed around, Laurinaitis was out of position so many times. He could even get a push. The guys were just easily blocking him, and he's not nimble at all. He's not athletic. I'm thinking you gave up on Stephon Anthony after 1 year, after you decided to make this young man a number one draft choice for Laurinaitis? Just because you think, and I heard Bobby Hebert. Didn't Bobby Hebert say that Stephon Anthony was, what was the word he used, Professor?
He said he's not smart. He just called it. He just said he's not smart.
Really, he's saying the young man is dumb. That's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right to say.
No, he should not have said that.
But I'm just thinking, Remy. I mean, is it not smart for you to play the guy? Was it not smart to draft the guy? But you're gonna give up on a rookie after 1 year, and we have no athleticism when Laurinaitis is on that field, other than Robertson, or if we ever will see Daniel Ellaby,
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's the main part I'm concerned about. Is like, I don't have a problem with you getting rid of somebody if they're not producing. If you really think they're not producing, just bounce them. I don't care how much you spent on them or whatever. Just get rid of them. Whether you get rid of them too early than too late. But if you're going to get rid of people and then don't have people in position to do the job well, then what are you doing?
Yeah, he moved Stephon Anthony, and that's not right. This man has never played, the linebacker position they got him playing. This man has played middle linebacker. You knew what the man's strengths were. And for you to just think, just like the same thing he's done with Pete, you just think these players are going to transition to all these other positions like that. And the problem with Coach Payton, he gives up on people very quickly. He's impatient with the wrong people, and he's patient with the wrong people, And, he and his personnel moves, this stuff is a bad side, because I agree with Kyle, and Rev do say the same thing. I don't see nothing. I just don't see nothing from Laurinaitis. I'm like, you could have just kept Stephon Anthony and let the young man continue to grow, get the experience, and develop, the way he is. Because basically on this defense right now, as pathetic as it is now, you ain't got nobody but Craig Robertson out there, And I know Cam gets a lot of double teams, but the Saints are in a bad way, and now their draft picks, you have a draft class that was so promising, is now in question. Because you don't know if P.J. Williams or Damian Swine are going to ever play again.
Yeah,
you don't know. You do not know with the chronic injuries. This 2 years ago, both of those players have been out for the full year again. You don't even know if they're going to have a football career. And they're probably going to play so timid now with the rash of injuries they've incurred year after year. So then you don't know Gary Grayson is on the bubble. They already cut Davis Toles. Marcus Murphy is on the bubble. So all that leaves is Tyler Davidson and Stephon Anthony and Andrew Speed. And now Andrew Speed and both Stephon Anthony have been bounced around like a robot, you know. So this class, which everyone was belly-hooing about, we've seen now it looks like a bust. And it's not the players. I'm telling y'all, this is not the players. This is bad unit coaching, and this is a bad coach. I'm sorry, I have to say it. This team has bad coaching going on, and it shows up on the field now. The New Orleans Saints has, and I've been saying this for a while, bad coaching has contributed. You cannot tell me that Darren Sproles, Malcolm Jenkins, you know, these players and everybody that thinks about in and out of this system, that all of these players are garbage, that you have to get rid of them. Curtis Lofton, you know, Keenan Lewis, everybody is just, you know, and you looking for the right players that are just going to fit the locker room. Well, yeah, they could be nice guys, and they could be nonchalant guys and don't create no, you know, no back talk or anything, and that's what you want. But you surely don't have right now a talented roster, nor do you have a roster with depth, you know. And for the Saints to be able to shut down Odell Beckham and Julio, and which I think Julio
and
would
lose
hurt,
both games.
I think that contributed a lot. And for them to steal the front seven this week to fail like this after last week, that's schizo play. That means your team is not focused. Something is amiss in what is being conveyed from the coaches to the players, and it shows up in the buffoonery that you see on the field. You should not be losing games when you score 32 points and 34 points, despite giving up 14 points with your special teams and your offense. That's just not, and you're at the bottom of the league for the 4th out of 5 years. You're at the bottom again. 12, 14, 15, and 16. You've lost 7 straight games. You haven't won a game this year. From preseason to now, not one game have you won. You're 14 and 29 in your last 43 games, including preseason. You are 4 and 11 in a great venue like the Mercedes Superdome. Something is not right with this organization.
Well, I heard another stat today that really brought it to life for me. Since the removal of Greg Williams, you know what the Saints' record is?
It's a losing record.
50 and 49.
And it's about to be more than losing record since then as well. That's a fail. That's a fail, guys.
Yeah.
James Laurinaitis, 30 years old. You bring him in, you sign him to stabilize your defensive core. He's going to be that guy calling the plays and giving us the tackles that we were missing last year. And Coach brought that up. How can you say we were missing tackles last year from the middle linebacker core when Stephon Anthony was one of the leaders, even leaders in the league, as well as one of the rookie leaders in tackles? James Laurinaitis, through 3 games, has only had 9 tackles. He's assisted on 8, but only 9 tackles, guys. Okay? And what's this guy? Stephon Anthony, in 3 games, he's had 4 tackles. So he hasn't even played as many snaps as Laurinaitis, and he has 4 tackles versus Laurinaitis 9. Okay? Craig Robinson, God bless you, 23 tackles and 12 assists. Okay? The guy's been all over the place. And that's one of the best signings we have had thus far for the team. But he can't do it all on his own. And what was that mess Jarvis Bird did out there? I don't know. He got his legs not his ankles, but his legs broken several times out there, man, trying to make tackles on the Atlanta Falcons offensive players, mostly the running back and core. I mean,
see, and that's where Professor was confused. See, that's where the Three Stooges music came on, Professor.
Oh yeah, that was terrible, man. That was just terrible.
That was the Three Stooges music. See, earlier we had the Benny Hill music.
And let me point this out. I'm looking at Von Bell. Now, Von Bell is the rookie coming off the bench. In 3 games, he has 9 tackles. And Jarvis Byrd only has 11? Wow. I don't know how Dennis Allen is evaluated, because Dennis Allen also is partly responsible for Stephon Anthony's demotion. And I don't know who leaked it to the media where Bobby Hebert would get the information that Stephon Anthony is not very smart. And I just don't believe that should have been stated by Bobby to speak so ill of this young man. We don't know that he's not intelligent. That's just wrong to say, guys.
Well, even if it is true, some of the best football players have not been the most intelligent people in the world. So that's not really relevant anyway.
He showed he was a football player his first season, in my opinion, Rem.
Right.
So, okay. So we have 7 starters down and out. Oh, I just got a note that the Saints decided to put, what's this kid, Obum Gwacham on injured reserve to make room for Khalif Barnes. So no one else was cut from the team.
Some kind of undisclosed injury, I think they called it, right?
Yeah.
Unspecified
injury to Gwacham.
Broken fingernail or something like that.
Yeah. And
they probably should, the way the season's going, they probably should have either put Delvin or Sheldon Rankins on the injury reserve, because you're not going to get much from Sheldon Rankins. It's going to take a long time for him to learn NFL football. He's missed most of the physical contact since he's been out. It's going to take him a couple of weeks to get in adjusted to that. By the time he's adjusted, we're going to be in week 10 or 11. Delvin Breaux won't be back till November, and so, I just think that the Saints are just fishing or just trying to exist right now. I just think that they're just in a bad situation, that they were ravaged. I mean, this team got ravaged by injuries. And I know other teams are going to, because San Diego has been ravaged by injuries also in offense. I just never remember time like these last couple of years where there is so much injuries in the NFL. The NFL has simply got to change their equipment or do something, because it's killing the game. I mean, it's killing the game. I mean, you got so many injuries, and we just gotten through week 3, and the injuries that have racking up. And I know NFL Network was talking about the same thing. It's like they just don't remember a time where there's so many injuries. So whatever is faulty in the equipment, or even if it's slowing down the players, they're going to have to find other ways to protect these guys' knees and their ankles and their lower extremities, because right now the injuries are just, it's just tearing down the game.
And this is in an era, man, where they say they're trying to make the game safer.
Exactly.
This is just, it's not happening. It's not happening.
You know what I see also? Some of these tackles are causing some problems. The way Dez Bryant was tackled, and you look at the way Russell Wilson was tackled, both of them had similar type of tackles where the defensive player was forcing their weight down by dragging them down from their shoulders, then landing on their legs and bending their knees back, and it just looked terrible when you look at it from slow motion, and I was trying to figure